Has there been any changes to the course itself over the years?
Yeah, there's been quite a few changes. Almost all the greens, I think we only have one or two original greens that are still left from the original design, which was done by Leonard McCumber way back in the 20s. And they've all been redesigned by our superintendent at the time, which was Dudley Smith, and Ray Didier. And they made them large greens. Most of them are, 8 to 12,000 square feet now. Various pin placements, more variations for the golfers. We also, in 1963, we had some little extra property available, and so we built a 9-hole course, which is called Rolling Hills. It's an executive course, which is it's got 7 par 3s and 2 par 4s. It's been voted #1 executive course for probably the last 15 years by Chicagoland Golf.
Congratulations.
A lot of fun. Every other hole's got water. The greens are really big. A lot of fun for the beginners and ladies and the seniors. And it's still a very challenging course even for the expert golfer. We've also enlarged almost all our tees. We added a lot of bunkers, to give people targets to shoot at. Almost all the trees on the property have all been planted by us or our crew. We have pictures of the original property way back in the 20s and 30s, and the trees are about the size of my finger.
What makes Silver Lake Country Club such a great place for out-of-town golfers as well as Chicago golfers to come play?
Even when I was a kid, it was 35 minutes to get downtown, and it's still pretty much the same now. Mainly because all the forest preserve districts around here, and people can't really change the road system, add stoplights and stuff like that. So it's still, and plus there's 2 ways you can get here, either right down the Dan Ryan to 57 and shoot over like 159th Street, or you can come down to Stevenson and come right down LaGrange. And so you have 2 options. That's one of the things. And the other thing is that the people here, our department heads, have been here for 25 years plus. Our superintendent's been here for more than 17 years right now. And, we're a family-operated business, and, our kids are involved. We have fun doing this. And we try to exude the fun. And we want people to have fun, and people are looking forward out to have a good time, and, that's what we're here for. That's what we want to give them. We want to give them a good time, and we think we have the golf courses that do that.
So Bert, tell me about some of the tournaments that you have hosted here.
Well, besides the U.S. Public Links that we had here, and I think it's 1958, we also had the Insurance Youth Classic, I think that was 1978. We've also had some U.S. Open qualifying events here. And, it's been a lot of fun doing that stuff, and CDGA always asks us, to host events, if we got the date available, we're glad to do that. We do a lot of outings here. We do have 36 holes. We're a perfect location for that. We can handle large groups. We can handle small groups. We can handle up to about 300 golfers at one time, because of the 2 courses that we have. And we do a lot of shotguns here. And they come right as soon as they get done. We get their scores. They go sit down, have their meal. We have the scores, usually ready within 45 minutes to an hour. It's a busy place, but they have a lot of fun. It's always different. It's always exciting.
Bert, how did you first fall in love with the game?
A kid moved across the street, and he loved to play golf. This is about 6th grade. And now I had a buddy to play with, besides my brother. And my brother kept on beating me up all the time with the golf and physically. No, not really. But anyway, this kid loved to play golf, and we just go play golf all the time. And we just had a blast. And and then my dad would sometimes hire us to go around in carts and pick up all the garbage on the golf course. And so we'd zoom around the golf course, and it'd be like a rodeo show. We'd be driving and picking up the garbage as we go. And so I don't play that much during the summer. Most of my Most of my golf was played in the spring and in the fall, pretty much.
Well, obviously, at some point you decided to stay in the family business. How did that come to be?
My dad wanted me to work someplace else, and I tried it, and I lasted about 2 weeks. And I definitely figured that this was not for me. And that kind of like solidified my decision to work at a golf course. When I got out of college, I repaired all the carts that we had. And we had, pretty good sized fleet. And I did all the body work and did all the mechanical stuff. And then when we built racquetball courts in 1978, my brother says, hey, why don't you, come on up and you can be the racquetball manager. And so I started, because the racquetball back then was quite big. And so I moved up in the pro shop and then basically been there ever since. And now I'm the director of golf.
So Bert, you've obviously had a long history with the game. What are some of the changes you've seen over the years?
One of the biggest changes is that, like when I was a kid, we used to have a caddy system here. And with the advent of the electric carts, now we had, didn't have much use for the caddies. A lot of people started riding. They thought it was, people just like the idea of driving their own vehicle and with less boundaries than you have on the road. So there's not too many frustrating things about golf. It's a terrific game. It's based on honesty, based on tradition, and hopefully the traditions don't change.